this Tennessee Ole Miss game.
Most entertaining game I've ever watched in a long time.
This game was absolutely insane.
And,
Not and not only for the football,
yeah, for the
but for
story, the whole
everything
thing.
else that happened around the game. So we're gonna get into it a little bit and talk about kind of where this thing went sideways.
It's unfortunate because it was such a good game. Like UT absolutely came to play against Ole Miss, and I feel like they ruined it. Tennessee didn't. The team didn't ruin it. Their fans ruined it. It's absolutely. I mean, it's terrible when you get to the point where you have to evacuate your cheerleaders and your band, and that's your cheerleaders and your band. I think that's. I mean, that's just terrible. I mean, you guys have been losing for a long time, so I don't understand why now. I know the whole coach situation. I mean, I know you don't like their coach, but I mean that's just you shouldn't be doing that. It's terrible.
It was insane. I fully agree. I felt like all you did was make your university and everything around your university look bad.
Mm.
It was just a bad look. Like at some point you gotta lose with some type of grace, and you gotta realize that your team is back on track.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally, you're with Ole Miss until the last second of the game.
The very last second. I mean, the last drive of the game, you could have won. I mean, it was possible for that team to win that game, and they couldn't
Yeah,
get it done. But
prior to you shutting down the game for
yeah,
20
20
minutes.
minutes. I mean, maybe they could have won if they were still fresh out of that 20 minutes. I mean, maybe if they, you don't know what could have happened. But yeah, it's just it was a crazy game. It was an entertaining game. I mean, it's bad that it went that far. So, I mean, went that bad. But I mean, one thing that was bright and I mean, one of the person. I mean, Matt Corral is such a good quarterback. Oh
Matt
my
Corral's,
gosh.
I agree. I feel like I don't know that there's too many people close to him for the Heisman right now. The
Yeah.
dude is just can run and throw and is absolutely a beast. Um, and I feel like Tennessee's defense did a heck of a job slowing him down because that offense is full octane, probably one of the best offenses in the country. And Tennessee's defense hung with them, and Tennessee hung with them the entire game. I felt like even after all the chaos, Tennessee comes back in the game, gets 3 stops in a row, gets a sack, gets the ball back. I feel like that fourth down play that caused all of it, I mean, it could have went either way.
I didn't think he got it.
I mean, it was right on the line. And I mean, I can see it from both sides, but at the same time, like, the game's not over. I'm not even sure what you're mad
We
about.
had 3 timeouts.
You had 3 timeouts. Your defense came back out on the field and got the ball back immediately.
Yeah.
So what are you even mad about?
Right. I mean,
And I mean, if you're rolling into the stadium with a mustard bottle and a golf ball in your
yeah.
pocket, I feel like you
What?
already had a
Yeah,
plan before this
you
ever
were already
happened.
you already ready to clock the coach with one of them. I mean,
Like it's,
yeah.
I feel like you came in and you're like, as soon as this goes sideways, I'm chucking everything in my pockets onto the field.
It's so weird. I mean, they threw everything that you could throw out into that field. But yeah, I feel like it's such a damper on that game because that was amazing play by both teams. I mean, UT especially. I mean, before this game, I didn't think they were going to be in the game.
I mean, I felt like offensively they had a chance
Yeah.
to stay in the game because I just know that Heupel runs that high-powered offense. They've been scoring a ton of points the last few games,
Mm.
and I knew Ole Miss's defense is not known for its stopping ability. So I had a feeling it was going to be a high-scoring game,
Yeah.
and it kept having every opportunity to get away from Tennessee, and Tennessee just kept staying in the game. And you know, there was a bunch of plays in there that could have went either way, right? So you had the corral sack, the strip sack
Yeah.
that they called back for. I don't know why,
Yeah.
because he wasn't ready to be
he
sacked.
wasn't. Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened there, but it should have been a touchdown for Tennessee. So you take that play away. Then you had the fourth down play, which was probably short, which couldn't win either way though. And I mean, it was just like back and forth the entire time. And then at the very end, then you ask, okay, if Hooker's playing, Tennessee probably could win that game.
Mm.
He gets hurt right at the very end, and they got to throw Milton in there. And Milton runs the timeout because he rolls out and decides to take off running with no
Yeah, I
time
mean,
left.
throw it up. I mean, give one of your guys a chance. But
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, he's coming in a tough situation. I
Yeah.
mean, it was a good game. It was a great game. Ole Miss looks pretty good for the most part. I don't like how Matt Corral is taking a lot of hits. He's taking a lot of hits. He's not sliding. But I mean, he reminds me a lot of Johnny Manziel. Um, but we'll see how he does in the next level. I mean, maybe he goes out to the draft this year. Maybe he stays one more year. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I think he's maybe I won't say a lock for Heisman because it's between him and Alabama's quarterback. But yeah, the Ole Miss is playing great.